It's a massive part of his campaign platform.
Now, President-elect Trump is promising to follow through with mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. How could this impact Pennsylvania? Let's turn to Sarah Wilson for that. Sarah.
Alicia, Valerie, groups like the ACLU say they have been preparing to fight this. Trump allies say the move is a necessary one. Both sides agree on there needs to be immigration reform.
I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now.
That old comment from Tom Homan, President-elect Trump's border czar, sparking new fear.
They're going to end up picking up people who simply look and sound foreign.
Trump is promising mass deportations, potentially impacting 170,000 undocumented immigrants in PA, according to the American Immigration Council.
Yes, so we're going to bring proper and appropriate lawful deportation, particularly of criminals. Nobody's really going to argue with that.
How the deportations will be done is unknown.
President Trump and his team are bamboozling the American people.
But immigration advocates are worried.
When you rip parents away from their families, from their kids, and you take them out of the workplace, there's going to be consequences for the economy there.
The American Immigration Council says undocumented immigrants make up about 1% of PA's population and 2% of its workforce, paying roughly $240 million in state and local taxes.
It's not economically savvy to say we're going to do mass deportation when the majority of immigrants, whether undocumented or documented, are contributing to the growth of Pennsylvania.
Like all this talk of deportation, look, illegals are here illegally.
Congressman Dan Muser chaired Trump's PA campaign. He says he's not against immigration.
High fences and wide gates, I tend to put it.
But knows there needs to be reform.
But it needs to be a real process. It needs to be a real conversation, not just scare tactics.
And so one of the unknowns is exactly how these deportations will be paid for. The president-elect has not yet laid out a plan. The American Immigration Council, who you also just heard from, estimates it could cost taxpayers roughly $300 billion. Alicia?
Sarah, thanks so much. And